shoulder!
Over the shoulder!
Did it really?
In the very first seconds of the Met Gala 2026 red carpet, one name instantly detonated across global timelines: Kylie Jenner. But this wasn't just another viral fashion moment. Something bigger was unfolding, something layered with spectacle, tension, and just enough mystery to keep the world watching. And behind all the flashes, one question echoed louder than anything else: where was Timothy Chalamet, and what role did he really play in this story? If you're just catching up, stay locked in. Drop your thoughts in the comments, because what you're about to hear isn't just fashion news, it's a narrative of influence, strategy, and perception at the highest level of celebrity culture. Kylie Jenner didn't just arrive, she made an entrance engineered for maximum impact. Her gown wasn't merely luxurious, it was constructed like a living sculpture. Intricate textures, exaggerated structure, and a silhouette that demanded attention from every angle. Within minutes, search trends exploded: Kylie Jenner Met Gala 2026 dress, Kylie Jenner viral look, Met Gala best dress 2026. The numbers surged, the images spread, and the conversation ignited. But then, the narrative shifted. It wasn't just the gown that held attention, it was her face. Specifically, her eyebrows. An extreme, unconventional styling choice that instantly divided audiences. Some called it bold, avant-garde, a redefinition of beauty norms. Others questioned whether it pushed too far, crossing into something unsettling. The discourse escalated fast. What began as admiration turned into a broader debate about modern beauty standards, digital aesthetics, and the pressure to constantly reinvent identity in public view. And just when the spotlight seemed fully controlled, backstage footage began to leak. Short clips, raw, shaky, unfiltered, started circulating online. Stylists moving quickly, whispered urgency, fragments of tension. Nothing confirmed, yet everything suggestive. The phrase "Kylie Jenner backstage drama" surged in real time. Was this chaos? Or was it calculated? A perfectly imperfect moment designed to humanize the spectacle, or amplify it? Then came the controversy that pushed everything even further. Side-by-side comparisons flooded social media. Official photos versus candid shots. Lighting differences, angles, subtle inconsistencies. Conversations about editing, image manipulation, and unrealistic beauty standards began dominating feeds. This was no longer just about Kylie's look, it became a cultural flashpoint. A reflection of how perfection is constructed, consumed, and questioned in the digital age. And right in the middle of all this noise, Timothy Chalamet's name resurfaced. Unlike Kylie, Timothy didn't explode onto the scene. No immediate viral moment. No overwhelming camera chase. His presence, if anything, felt quieter, deliberate, controlled. His outfit aligned with the theme, refined and intentional, but it didn't scream for attention. And ironically, that silence created its own kind of gravity. Because absence can be louder than presence. Speculation started building. Were they coordinating their appearances? Was this contrast intentional? Keywords like Kylie Jenner Timothy Chalamet Met Gala 2026, celebrity couple debut, and are they official began trending simultaneously. The public wasn't just watching anymore, they were analyzing. And then, midway through the night, everything shifted again. A clip surfaced. Brief. Unverified. But powerful. In that fleeting moment, Kylie and Timothy appeared in the same frame, no grand gesture, no staged interaction, just proximity. A glance, a pause, something subtle enough to be dismissed, yet strong enough to spark a wave of speculation. The internet did the rest. Replays. Zoom-ins. Frame-by-frame breakdowns. Was it accidental? Planned? Or something in between? This is where the story deepens. Because what unfolded at the Met Gala wasn't just about fashion, it was about narrative control. Kylie Jenner dominated visually, commanding attention through bold choices and controversy that fueled conversation. Timothy Chalamet, on the other hand, operated in restraint, drawing intrigue through subtlety, letting curiosity build naturally. Two completely different strategies. One shared spotlight. And the result? A perfectly balanced tension that kept global audiences hooked from start to finish. The real climax of the night wasn't a single reveal, it was the contrast itself. Loud versus quiet. Obvious versus ambiguous. Spectacle versus mystery. Together, they created a narrative far more compelling than either could alone. And now it turns back to you. Was this all organic? A coincidence amplified by the internet? Or a carefully orchestrated moment designed to dominate not just headlines, but attention itself? Because if there's one undeniable truth about the Met Gala 2026 this year, it's this: the most powerful moments aren't always the ones you see clearly, but the ones that make you question what you just saw. Share your take, keep watching the story unfold, and stay tuned, because this conversation is far from over. And just when it felt like the conversation had reached its peak, a second wave began to rise, quieter at first, but far more calculated. The morning after the Met Gala 2026, analytics showed something unusual. While Kylie Jenner continued to dominate visual platforms, a different pattern emerged across search engines and long-form discussions. The name Timothy Chalamet was climbing steadily, not in spikes, but in sustained curiosity. This wasn't the chaos of virality. This was something slower, more deliberate. And in many ways, more powerful. Because while Kylie owned the night, Timothy began to own the aftermath. Clips of his subtle appearances started resurfacing. A brief walk through a side entrance. A composed exchange with another guest. A moment where he adjusted his outfit under soft lighting, captured by a distant camera. None of these moments were explosive on their own. But together, they formed a narrative that felt intentional. The internet began stitching these fragments into a story. Some believed this was a masterclass in contrast. Kylie Jenner, representing maximalism, bold, loud, impossible to ignore. Timothy Chalamet, representing minimalism, quiet, restrained, almost elusive. Two energies colliding on the same cultural stage, creating a balance that kept audiences emotionally invested. Others weren't so convinced. Theories began to surface suggesting that this wasn't just coincidence. That behind the scenes, there was coordination, timing, narrative engineering. The idea that modern celebrity isn't just lived, it's constructed, moment by moment, platform by platform. And then, another layer dropped. Fashion critics started weighing in, not just on Kylie's dramatic look, but on Timothy's understated approach. Some called his style a silent rebellion against the increasingly theatrical nature of red carpet culture. In an environment where louder often wins, his decision to hold back created a different kind of impact, one rooted in intrigue rather than spectacle. Suddenly, the conversation evolved again. It wasn't just about who looked better. It became about philosophy. About what it means to stand out in an era where everyone is trying to go viral. Kylie Jenner embraced the algorithm, feeding it bold visuals, controversy, and immediate engagement. Timothy Chalamet, on the other hand, seemed to step outside of it, allowing curiosity to build organically. And that tension kept people watching. By midweek, compilation videos began trending. Titles like Kylie Jenner vs. Timothy Chalamet Met Gala 2026 Contrast, Hidden Moments You Missed, and What Really Happened Backstage flooded feeds. Each video added new interpretations, new theories, new layers to the story. But one particular clip changed the tone completely. A longer version of the earlier viral footage surfaced. Not just a fleeting frame, but a sequence. In it, Kylie is seen walking past a restricted area, her expression focused, almost detached from the chaos around her. Seconds later, Timothy appears in the background, briefly, almost out of focus. Their paths don't fully cross, but the timing is precise. Too precise, some would argue. This is where speculation turned into obsession. Viewers began analyzing body language, the pace of their movement, the direction of their gaze. Some claimed there was an unspoken acknowledgement, a micro-expression that suggested awareness. Others dismissed it as projection, a narrative built by audiences hungry for connection. But whether real or imagined, the effect was undeniable. Engagement skyrocketed. And in the world of modern media, attention is everything. Meanwhile, insiders began speaking, carefully, anonymously. No confirmations, no direct statements. Just hints. Suggestions that both Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet are more aware of their public narratives than people assume. That every appearance, every absence, every detail is considered. Not scripted, but guided. That distinction matters. Because it suggests a level of control that goes beyond traditional celebrity. This is no longer about reacting to fame, it's about shaping it in real time. And then came the question that no one could answer definitively. If this was intentional, what was the end goal? Was it simply to dominate headlines? To stay culturally relevant in an increasingly crowded digital space? Or was there something more personal at play, something tied to their rumored relationship, their evolving identities, their positioning within the industry? The lack of clarity only deepened the intrigue. Even days later, the ripple effects continued. Editorials were written. Podcasts dissected every angle. Social media threads stretched into thousands of comments. The Met Gala had ended, but the story it created refused to fade. And at the center of it all remained two figures, moving in completely different ways, yet somehow orbiting the same narrative. Kylie Jenner, the undeniable visual force, embracing risk, controversy, and transformation. Timothy Chalamet, the quiet strategist, leaning into ambiguity, letting the audience come to him. Together, they didn't just attend an event. They created a moment. A moment that blurred the line between reality and perception. Between spontaneity and strategy. Between what is seen and what is felt. And maybe that's the real takeaway here. Because in a world driven by clicks, views, and constant noise, the most powerful stories aren't always the loudest ones. Sometimes, they're the ones that leave just enough unanswered to keep us coming back. So now, as the conversation continues to evolve, one thing is certain. This wasn't just another night at the Met Gala 2026. It was a case study in modern influence. And whether you believe it was all carefully orchestrated or completely organic, you're still thinking about it. Which means, in the end, it worked. Now the spotlight shifts again, away from the red carpet, away from the flashing cameras, and into the next chapter of their story. Because if history has shown anything, it's that moments like this don't just disappear. They build. They evolve. And when the next appearance comes, whether together or apart, the world will be watching even closer. So stay ready. Stay curious. And most importantly, don't look away, because the real story might just be getting started. And just when the narrative felt like it had fully unfolded, another layer began to surface, one that shifted the focus from what happened, to why it mattered so much. Because the ripple effects of the Met Gala 2026 weren't slowing down, they were evolving, adapting, and reaching deeper into the way audiences interpret celebrity culture itself. Within days, digital behavior started revealing something even more fascinating. Content featuring Kylie Jenner maintained explosive engagement on short-form platforms, fast cuts, dramatic edits, high-energy reactions. But on longer formats, deep dives, analysis videos, commentary threads, the focus leaned increasingly toward Timothy Chalamet. Two different consumption patterns. Two different emotional responses. Kylie triggered instant reaction. Timothy triggered sustained curiosity. And when those two forces exist in the same narrative, the life cycle of attention extends far beyond a single event. Soon, media analysts began pointing out a pattern that felt almost cinematic. The idea that what happened that night mirrored a storytelling structure, an opening act dominated by spectacle, followed by a slow-burning second act driven by mystery. Whether intentional or not, the effect was undeniable. And then came the unexpected twist. A series of high-resolution photos, previously unpublished, quietly surfaced online. Unlike the polished images released immediately after the event, these felt different. More raw. More observational. In several of them, Kylie appears almost statuesque, fully embodying the intensity of her look. But in one particular frame, something shifts. In the blurred background, a familiar silhouette. Timothy. Not centered. Not highlighted. Just present. That subtle inclusion reignited everything. Because now, the conversation wasn't just about moments captured on video, it expanded into still imagery, composition, and the possibility that even the framing of these visuals carried meaning. Was he placed there by chance? Or was this another layer of narrative design? At this point, the audience had become part of the storytelling process. Every detail, no matter how small, was examined. Slowed down. Replayed. Reinterpreted. And this is where things became even more complex. Cultural commentators began connecting the dots beyond just this one event. They looked at previous appearances, past interviews, subtle shifts in public behavior. Patterns started to emerge, not definitive, but compelling enough to keep the discussion alive. Some suggested that both Kylie Jenner and Timothy Chalamet represent two evolving archetypes in modern fame. Kylie, the architect of visibility. A figure who understands the mechanics of virality at an instinctive level. Every look, every post, every appearance designed to ignite immediate attention. Timothy, the curator of intrigue. Someone who operates within the same ecosystem, but resists its most obvious tactics. Choosing instead to create distance, allowing meaning to form in the space between appearances. Individually, these approaches are powerful. Together, they become magnetic. And that magnetism is what turned a single night into an ongoing narrative. But here's where the tension sharpens even further. As the public leaned deeper into speculation, neither Kylie nor Timothy offered any direct clarification. No statements. No confirmations. No denials. Just silence. And in today's hyper-connected environment, silence is never empty. It invites interpretation. It creates room for projection. It turns audiences into active participants rather than passive viewers. And that participation fuels longevity. By the end of the week, the conversation had expanded into something far beyond fashion. It touched on identity, perception, control, and the